Shares prices barely moved yesterday, with the main index ending almost flat as a lack of stronger catalyst kept investors mostly on the sidelines. The PSEi's advance, its fifth in a row, however, was not enough to push it beyond the psychological 7,000 barrier, with trades limited to a narrow range. Investors have less uncertainty to price in, and along with chatters that local COVID-19 restrictions may further be eased, challenging the 7,000 level this week is a strong possibility again, according to Call Financial. The market struggles to break the 7,000 level due to weak market participation. Net value turnover in June up to date is 5.98 billion pesos only, and foreigners were net sellers amounting to 8.74 billion pesos in the same period. We are seeing a correction after the short-term uptrend of the main index, according to Philstocks. Globe launches 5G SA technology. Globe Telecom Incorporated is taking the next step in its 5G deployment in the country as it opens up the network to a wide variety of possible use cases for customers using 5G standalone or SA technology. Globe achieved yesterday a new milestone by testing 5G SA in a live setup in its facility in Valero, Makati City, which they would bring soon in Metro Manila and beyond. Globe said the 5G SA technology allows the adoption of new concepts and mission-critical digital services such as industrial automation, remote surgery, and autonomous vehicles with its network slicing capabilities, low latency, always-on connectivity, and integration with edge computing. ABOITIZ Power sells 25% to Japan's JERA for $1.46 billion. AEV will still own a controlling stake of 52.0% in ABOITIZ Power upon completion of the transaction, down from the current 77%. Joint development of LNG to power projects, the fuel sourcing and management of LNG, potential participation in aspects of plant O&M, and exploration of the use of new generation technologies are some of the areas that ABOITIZ and JERA will work together. Asia Money names BPI as best bank for CSR. This is for the bank's role in the country's push for financial inclusivity and the support it has given to those who were deeply affected by the ongoing health and economic crisis. Asia Money wrote that before COVID-19, BPI Foundation already played a part in trying to increase financial inclusiveness. And BPI said, "Remember that we have not survived 170 years by remaining still. It's been 170 years of constant reinvention, progress, and thinking to do good for our friends, neighbors, clients, and colleagues." Jollibee opens its biggest branch in Europe. JFC opened the first Jollibee store in Spain, one of its biggest openings in Europe. In a statement, Jollibee said its debut in Spain comes as the brand continues to expand its current network of more than 1,400 restaurants worldwide, including cities such as New York, Rome, London, Los Angeles, Dubai, Singapore, and Hong Kong. AC Energy shares post double-digit gains. ACEN landed among top gainers last week after posting a double-digit improvement on a week-on-week basis. ACEN reported a consolidated net income of 2.7 billion pesos in the first 6 months of the year, a 5% gain from the 2.6 billion pesos income it posted in the same period last year. First half performance is due to demand recovery from pre-COVID-19 pandemic levels, acquisition of operating projects, and newly operational renewable energy projects. However, revenue growth was partially offset by increased costs of purchased power due to high wholesale electricity spot market prices during thermal power outages. And for our world market today, Europe heads for positive open as region continues to digest German election fallout. Stock futures are muted as investors gauge a spike in bond yields, and Asia Pacific stocks mix as economists cut China's GDP forecast. Brent crosses $80 per barrel. Welcome back to QrepubliC. Today is September 28, 2021, Tuesday. And for our PSEi today, we closed at 6,885.36 with foreign selling around 1.92 billion pesos. So nadagdagan po ang ating selling volume at mas naging red flag po natin siya today. So strong bearish po yung ginawa ng ating market. And later sa ating mga re-review na stocks, ma-identify natin yung mga stocks na meron pong mataas na net foreign selling volume sa kanilang net foreign indicator. So going back po, due to the selling pressure that we have today and high volume na more into selling, high likely ma-breakdown natin itong ating uptrend channel and retest the 6,790 area, yung dip natin last time sa ating moving average 50. So technically, pag hindi tayo nag-hold dito sa area na to, manghihina yung ating momentum. Thus, mababawasan tayo ng ating mga buyers. And yung worst is i-retest natin yung ating low sa 6,461 area. So we have to be vigilant na wag ma-breakdown itong ating moving average 50 or kahit itong ating yellow line na moving average 100 as our buffer since malapit lang naman siya sa moving average 50. So hopefully, magkaroon tayo ng magandang catalyst soon, which is actually yung hinahanap ng ating market or mga investors to push our price up. Pero for the meantime, more on observation po muna tayo sa ating market. So let us continue to monitor our market, be wiser than we are yesterday, and continue to invest for our future. For AC Energy, we are correct anticipating this pullback today as we continuously climbing up for 5 consecutive trading days, which gave us around 19% gain, which is really prone for profit taking for short-term holders. And it turned out that our foreigns also took the chance to profit as we are on selling today around 54 million pesos dito sa ating net foreign indicator. So abangan po natin tomorrow if mababawasan ba yung ating selling or madadagdagan kasi sa ngayon hindi pa naman alarming itong ating selling dito sa ating net foreign indicator. So momentum wise, it is still intact as we are still trading above moving averages. So hold is still an option, and on the other perspective, being meticulous sa ating candlestick today, we made a strong bearish signal accompanied by a good volume. Thus, meron po tayong selling pressure na na-observe. The possible low that we are looking remains the same, which is 10.97. So, kumbaga yan talaga yung pinaka-ideal na mag-risk bumili sa kanya. Kasi sabi nga natin kahapon, nasa mataas na area tayo or resistance. Kaya more on test buy lang. And anticipate the possible low para alam natin how much BP are we going to put on the market. For MONDE, we had a massive selling today and mostly came from our foreigns. So selling po tayo dito sa ating net foreign indicator around 830 million pesos, and we have no news yet as to why the selling came this huge, but this really affects our technicals. So first thing that we have to consider is the emotion of the market. Generally, fear emotion will arise and high likely masundan yung ating pagbaba tomorrow due to this very strong selling pressure. Apparently, itong 18.60 na support na tinitingnan natin became weak. So iwasan po muna natin bumili sa area na yan, and yung low na tinitingnan natin ngayon is near the moving average 50 or sa ating key support around 16.90 kasi we are looking for a possible strong correction. So if ever you are a short-term holder, you may secure your gain as our worst case scenario sa ngayon is retesting our 16.90 area soon. But for those who will decide to hold, the green flag that we can note as of the moment are the momentum is still there as our moving average 50 is still up. Kumbaga hindi pa naman tayo nagtitrade below moving average 50. So meron pa tayong momentum or strength na na-observe kay Monde as of the moment. Then meron naman din tayong uptrend channel na sasalo sa atin. Ito kasi yung iniwan nating trend due to our strong move recently. Basta sa ngayon, revisit your trading or investing plan. Think carefully before you act at iwasan po nating magpadala sa ating emotion. For AEV, like Monde, nagkaroon din po tayo ng massive selling today. And mostly our foreigns din po yung mga nanguna. So selling tayo today ng around 98 million pesos dito po sa ating net foreign indicator. Which in turn, may kita natin na parang binawi lang yung kanilang buying last September 21. Yun nga lang, napakalaking impact po nito sa ating technicals. As of the moment, meron tayong immediate support at 46.47 area, pero let's expect the worst as the fear emotion may arise. So iwasan po muna natin bumili sa area na yan, especially if we are not good in bounce play. So more on observation or securing profit tayo as of the moment if we are a short-term holder. And ang strong support po natin where we can buy is at 42.15. Ito po yung kailangan natin ma-maintain kasi if not, babalik po ulit tayo sa 34.59 support dahil at that time, sobrang hina na po ng ating momentum as we are going to trade below the moving averages. For ABOITIZ power, since bumaba si AEV, high likely madadamay talaga to kasi recently kasabay rin po siya ni AEV na tumaas due to its current project. So dito po sa net foreign naman ni ABOITIZ power or AP, wala tayong masyadong pressure na nakikita. But our volume today is really high. So market-wise, meron tayong selling pressure and fear emotion may arise as well. So iwasan po muna natin bumili at 30.90 area and aim tayo at 27.90 sa ating moving average 50 kung saan meron tayong strong support. If you want to secure your profit at this time, you may do so kasi yung ina-anticipate po natin the i-retest na area is at 27.90, so mababa na po yan due to the possible fear emotion that may arise which will affect our market momentum. Kumbaga, mababawasan po tayo ng ating mga buyers dito kay ABOITIZ power. For DMC, wala naman tayo masyadong selling pressure na nakita as of the moment even dito sa kanyang net foreign indicator. Although selling tayo today pero hindi naman siya ganun ka-massive. However, noticeable yung ating pagiging indecision because for quite some time now, puro dojis po yung ating ginagawa which we can consider as a red flag indicating na wala tayong concrete buyers on its current area. So unfortunately, our support at 6.80, we can consider that as a weak support and soon there's a big possibility na ma-breakdown natin siya due to our weak momentum. So if ever you are a short-term holder, take this opportunity to secure your profit as we are looking for a possible breakdown ng ating 6.80. Then the low that we are looking is at 6.19 area. So a buy area sa mga nag-aabang po kay DMC. For Apollo Global, once again, the market proved that we have a strong support at 0.10 area. Right after din po yan ng ating suspension. However, in order for us to clear yung possible bounce play na mangyari is kailangan nating i-break out itong ating moving average 50. Thereafter comes the strong resistance at 0.13 area which definitely we will experience a resistance. So hopefully, within the week, ma-break natin itong ating moving average 50 to build our strength para ma-block man tayo sa ating strong resistance at 0.13. We have a good chance to fight back and just do a consolidation dito sa may 0.11 area above the moving average 50. So for the meantime, more on observation po muna tayo, and wag na po tayo humabol if ever hindi tayo nakabili on its low price, para if ever bounce play lang siya is hindi tayo maipit sa mataas na area. For Converge, it remained resilient today despite of selling pressure sa ibang mga stocks natin, especially sa ating mga blue chip stocks. Yung kanyang net foreign indicator is wala rin tayong nakikitang selling pressure, but it remained flat, so wala rin tayong masyadong support. Pero at least yung tinitingnan natin dito is wala tayong selling pressure. Our uptrend channel is still intact. We are still trading above moving average 9. Thus, momentum is still okay. So, we can remain on hold, and if ever bibili tayo ng shares, same low yung kailangan nating tingnan, which is 33.60 area. So, halimbawang madami si Converge sa possible part 2 ng selling ng ating market bukas, yan yung ating possible low. For BPI, we are on a weak momentum, especially that we are now trading below moving average 200 and other moving averages. Our volume is recently above the low na more into selling, so meron po tayong nakikitang selling pressure as of the moment. However, on the other perspective, meron naman tayong nakikitang magandang support at 80.45 area, and we can see a sideways with a big range which started since November 2020. That's why magandang support po itong 80.45 area. So ito pong si BPI is more on applicable sa ating mga investor type, kasi si BPI po is merong mabagal na paggalaw. Hence, patience is a must dito kay BPI. So ito po yung need natin maintindihan if ever man gusto natin bumili ng shares. And as of the moment, may possibility pa tayong mag-breakdown or ma-breakdown itong ating support due to our weak momentum and current selling pressure. Yung possible low na tinitingnan natin is at 78 pesos, like what happened noong March 15 nung tinouch po natin yan. So yan po yung magandang position sa kanya to accumulate ng shares if by any chance, and then we are rooting on that area na after natin yung i-touch is babalik na po kagad tayo ulit dito sa ating 80 peso area. For Merimart, unfortunately, it shows na malakas talaga yung ating resistance at 4.20 area, as based on our volume, dalawang araw na tayo merong mataas na selling pressure, plus na breakdown din po natin itong ating uptrend channel. So humina po yung ating momentum sa kanya, which can also be seen sa ating moving average 50. Siya na rin po kasi yung ating nagiging resistance as of the moment. So high likely ma-breakdown natin soon yung ating 3.84 na support, and we are going to retest the 3.47 area. So we have to observe muna kasi meron tayong possible sideways sa kanya that has a low of 3.13 area. Sa ngayon, more on securing of gain tayo and observation muna as our momentum is weak with the presence of selling pressure. For JFC, humina po yung ating momentum as we are now trading below moving average 50. So after po nating i-touch ito yung ating high last time around 205 pesos, wala na po tayong buyers na nakita, kaya naman po tumamla yung ating momentum. So after ng 205, puro lower highs na po yung ating ginagawa hanggang sa bumaba tayo ngayon below moving average 50. Our yellow line or moving average 100 is still up, but sooner or later, due to weak performance, high likely ma-breakdown natin siya, and we are going to retest our moving average 200 or the 191 peso area. So far, since May 20 naman, siya na po yung ating strong support, itong moving average 200. Kaya dyan yung possible ng best area kung saan tayo pwedeng mag-accumulate ng shares. Pero kapag na-breakdown pa natin yan, itong moving average 200 natin, yung next low na tinitingnan po natin is 173. So yan yung possible na tahakin natin kapag hindi pa natin na-recover yung ating momentum after touching the moving average 200. So we have to remain vigilant and observe this moving average 200. For dito, CME, we are still on weak momentum as we are trading below moving average 9, which crossed down sa lahat ng ating moving averages. Hence, wala po tayong support or buyers na nakikita as of the moment. And somewhat, na-activate po muli yung ating long-term downtrend channel because of the doji that we created today. Yung parang yung low natin is nag-breakdown na dito sa ating downtrend channel. So, puro lower highs po yung ating ma-observe sa kanya. As of the moment, due to the weak momentum and low volume, 7.39 support may be broken. So, sa may 6.70 area po natin siya magandang abangan as possible po niya yan ma-retest. And from there, we will see if makakabawi na tayo ng momentum or magbe-breakdown pa tayo further.
And that's it for today. Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong video na ito, please don't forget to like it and share it as well para mapagbigay insights din po tayo sa iba. And also, kung meron po kayong additional information or thoughts dito sa review na to, comment nyo lang po yan para makatulong din po or makapagbigay information din po tayo sa iba. At sa inyo po na gustong magpa-review ng kanilang mga stocks, comment nyo lang din po yan para maisama po natin sa ating next session. And sa mga bago po nanonood ng video na ito, don't forget to subscribe para lagi po kayo maging updated sa mga bagong videos na nilalabas po natin. Maraming salamat po. I'll see you soon. QRepublic.